Hey, 607, 608, it's Ms. Maljevic. Right now, we are going to calculate the value using decimals. So here's the example that we have. Here's this rectangular prism. And as we see right over here, our length is 3 meters. Our width is 2 and 2/10 meter, and then our height is 4 and 5/5 meter. Okay, so we're going to start off with writing the formula to value. Okay, so the formula to value is volume is going to equal length times width times, it's going to be length times width times the height. So now let's substitute what we know. We know that the 3 meters that I just highlighted in green is the length. So I'm going to start off with V for volume equals, I'm going to substitute length for 3 meters times, let's see if I can correct. The pink is going to be the width, which is 2 and 2/10 meter times our height. Our height that I also highlighted in the blue is going to be 4 and 5/10 meter. 4 and 5/10 meter. So now what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to multiply my length times my width. Under show your, so I'm going to do 2 and 2/10 times 3, right? We have 1 decimal place value. I'm going to put that there so that we don't forget to loop the decimal in the end. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6. Right, so I get 66, but I have 1 decimal place value, so I'm going to move my decimal 1 place in, and my product is 6 and 6/10. Now I'm going to take the product of the length times the width, and I'm going to multiply the height, which is 4 and 5/10. Now 5 times 6 is 0. I'm going to carry my 3. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 plus 3 is going to be 33. I'm going to put an extra 0 for my placeholder because I'm moving over to the 10th place. 4 times 6 we know is 24. I'm moving down by 4. I'm going to cross out this, and I'm at 2. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 2 is 26. And then I'm just going to add. I lined up my place values. I'm going to add, let's not forget our decimal place value. So 1 decimal place value and another decimal place value. So I have to move it a total of 2 times, right, in the end. So this is going to be 0. 3 plus 4, is 7. 6 plus 3 is 9. And 2. And I'm going to move my decimal place 2 places. So the volume here is 219 and 7/10 meters cubed. Remember, we're cubing because in volume we multiplied 3 dimensions, and it's also a 3D shape. And after we do that, now Miss Madden's going to show you the next way.
All right, so we're going to calculate the volume of this rectangular prism, and it has fractional dimensions, which means we're going to have to think back to the unit where we learned fractions. Does anyone remember what unit that is? All right, I'm still in my dining room and you're still in your homes. We're not back in 163. So it was unit 3. I know you're all thinking that. And we are going to think back to that information in order to calculate the volume of this figure. So the formula is volume is equal to length times width times height. Remember, when we write the variables next to each other like that, it means multiply. It's the only operation we're allowed to skip the symbol for. So we are going to call 1.5 yards the length. We're going to call 3 yards the width. And we're going to call 3/4 of a yard the height. So now we are going to substitute in the values that we have. So instead of length times width times height, I am going to write 1.5 times 3 times 3/4. So in order to multiply these values together, we're going to have to mess with them a little bit so that they all look like a regular fraction with a numerator and a denominator. So here I have a mixed number. So to make it look like a fraction with just a numerator and a denominator, I'm going to multiply the denominator by the whole number, so 2 times 1. And I'm going to add the numerator. 2 times 1 gives me 2. 2 plus 1 gives me 3. So now I'm going to rewrite this as 3 over 2. This is a whole number 3. So in order to make this one look like a fraction, I'm going to write it over the number 1. In the background, you hear my not so helpful assistant, Miss Shay. She's not so great at keeping her big mouth shut. I don't know where she got it from. And then this last dimension, 3/4, already looks like a regular fraction because it is a proper fraction. So we don't have to do anything to change the way it looks. So now, like we learned in Unit 3, the way we're going to multiply our fractions is just multiply straight across. So I'm going to go 2 at a time to avoid making a mistake. And I'm going to start by doing 3 over 2 times 3 over 1. So 3 times 3 gives me 9. 2 times 1 gives me 2. I bring down what I have left. And now I am going to multiply 9 over 2 times 3 over 4. So I'm going to do 9 times 3, which gives me 27. And 2 times 4 gives me 8. So right now I have my volume is equal to 27/8 cubic yards, but I don't want to leave my answer as an improper fraction. So to change it to back to a mixed number, I am going to divide. So I'm going to put 8 as my divisor, 27 as my dividend. 8 cannot go into 2. 8 can go into 27 3 times. 8 times 3 is 24. 27 minus 24 gives me 3. The quotient is my whole number. My remainder is the numerator. The denominator will not change. It's going to be the divisor, which is the same as it was in the improper fraction. So I'm going to have to sign the star book for Miss Shay, who cannot keep her big mouth shut, but we're working on it. So now when I label 3 3/8, I'm going to put the unit as yards cubed.